So, no job, nothing. This is the very beginning of Komodo's career. As she steps out, ready to take on the role of a med tech.
Hmm.
So let's introduce the. Tell us about Komodo right now. What is she feeling as she's looking up at this massive at trauma team headquarters? As she's looking up, ready to take that first step of her new life.
I think she tells herself, like, she gives herself an affirmation, and that affirmation is, I'm going to own this building someday. She is really determined that she's going to be the best and that she's going to make it hers.
With that, she steps inside. The hustle and bustle of the city streets is replaced with the hustle and bustle of the welcoming floor of a huge mega tower. There is the moment that you walk in, you can see that there's security. You have to go through a checkpoint in order to get in. But beyond that, you can see that there's a kind of a reception desk, and people are standing in line waiting for something.
Okay. All right. Are there any signs up anywhere immediately?
Yes, there are signs up that says line 1 is for trauma team gold and platinum employment. And then another line that's filled with people that don't really look like med techs, or they look really, really fresh and green. Freelance work.
Okay. That one.
Okay. So you jump in the freelance line?
Yeah. She's going to start taking it over from the outside. It's going to be that's her plan.
Okay. So
Develop her skills.
All right. So once you get through security, and they're like, and of course it's your standard security. They're like, hey, no weapons beyond this point. Check them here. Stand in the scanner.
Okay.
And once you hand them your shotgun, they tag it, put it in a rack, and then once you get scanned, they're like, all right, level Zulu cybernetics, move on.
Thank you.
And once you pass through security, the floor opens up, and it's just this roar, this cacophony of hundreds of people all talking at once. Some are talking about jobs gone wrong. Others, being braggadocious about their skills. Others just trying to find a way to get money to pay for food. Once you jump in the line, about 5 more people come behind you, and one of them bumps into you and says, "Hey, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be handing out Band-Aids somewhere?"
Yeah, very clever. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself for that one.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, right?
You don't have anything better. Like, if you're going to come at me with an insult, like, at least make it original.
Hey, what are you gonna say? My name's Spike. You're gonna remember that name. Isn't that right? And he turns, of course, and he turns to the people behind him, and two of them are like, you know, yeah, Spike, he's the great, yeah. And there's another one and there's another member of his crew. She's definitely Korean, but she's just kind of looking at him like, just rolling her eyes like, ugh, whatever, you know.
Yeah, Komodo.
You can tell that she has virtuality glasses, and that the surefire sign that she's this crew's net runner.
Okay.
And she's chewing on some type of gum, and has the look like she wants to be any place else other than right here.
Okay. Like, am I getting the sense that she is more embarrassed with his behavior or mine in this situation?
The way that she's rolling her eyes and giving that, how do we get the first roll of the game? And let's go ahead and let's roll a just your standard perception roll. No, I'm sorry. Human perception. It's under social skills.
Social skill. Oh my gosh. This is not very convenient on my phone. Back here. Wasn't my perception like 8?
It's actually an empathy roll.
Empathy?
Yes.
Okay, and my empathy is 3? Or was it 6?
Your empathy is 5.
5. Okay. It was between those two numbers. I was right. Where did my copy go? Try to save everything. Or was I just not able to I don't think I was able to get a PDF copy off of the one I built on here. I tried. Okay, so that's a...
All right. You have roll. I've got your character sheet up. So your human perception is 11.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll 1d10 and add 11 to it, and you want to get higher than a 15. Or I can click the button and roll for you.
Okay, you said 1d10.
Yes, 1d10 plus 11. So that is 16. I'm sorry, that's 17. Yeah. You can tell that she is just... It's like she's fed up with him. And just like, oh my God, you're just opening your mouth.
Okay.
You know, it's like, yeah, we work together, but good God, how much longer do I have to put up with this? Is what you're kind of is the feeling that you get.
Okay. And as soon as that feeling is something that manifests to me immediately, she's just like, so what is your job here anyway? In this group, are you what, like the trauma podiatrist?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, whatever his name was.
Oh, Spike.
Spike. I totally meant to forget as an insult.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, no, I'm not the podiatrist. I'm the one who gets stuff done. We're the ones that go in, we go into these hot zones and pull people out. That's what we do.
You know what a podiatrist is, buddy?
Someone that works on, isn't that someone that works on kids?
No.
We don't deal with kids in the combat zone.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And she's standing there now with her hands on her hips, just looking dead at him, but also glancing over to the other woman to see if it's starting to amuse her at all. Like, see if she gets it.
Hold on just 1 second. So when you're digging at her, when you're digging at him, you can see this netrunner. Her she starts laughing, and she's like,
"See, your buddy knows what I mean."
Hold on just 1 second. I need to do something here real quick. Okay. And she's smiling, she's laughing. About then you hear from behind them someone say, "Hey, shut up and move forward. The line's moving."
Okay. And is that directed at the entire group, like all of us?
Yeah, because
Okay.
while your back
Okay.
was turned, the line had actually moved forward a little bit.
Okay. So Komodo just turns and moves forward until she's flush with the line again.
And it kind of
Turns
dies.
back around.
And when you turn around, Spike and his crew are kind of talking, and they're just talking about something. It's that benign conversation of, a job that they're kind of looking forward to doing. It's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they're totally ignoring you.
Okay. Good. She's going to return the favor and completely ignore him. Is there anything else interesting immediately like that I would notice in line?
So what you're seeing in line is, as it's moving forward, people are walking as they're walking away, they're all their agents are playing a very specific tone as they're kind of like walking by. But there's really nothing interesting until about another 5 minutes goes by, and then you're close enough that you can start hearing what people are in this line for.
Okay.
And everybody is getting the same briefing. That's pretty much, and you get it once you get into line. It's like, Trauma Team is starting a new program for their bronze members and below. When they need assistance, the nearest person will be pinged, and if you provide assistance, you will be compensated up to 500 euro dollars for your assistance. If you accept this, please note this does not give you trauma team coverage. If you want trauma team coverage, you must pay or start an account at the platinum level or between platinum and gold. Our bronze members, you are their protection. This is a new program that is going to assist members who can't afford our higher level, but you will be compensated.
Okay. Sure.
And with that, you get you give them your agent information. Your agent is basically like your cell phone.
Yeah.
And as you walk, your agent goes off with the same sound that everybody else has. It's a specific ringtone, and this says test. You will be notified if you are within 5 minutes running distance or walking distance from a bronze member, a bronze member warning.
Okay. All right. So, just like walk around with this. What are we supposed to do? Central location.
You just go about your normal life, and if you are pinged, you get a distance and direction and respond.
Okay. So basically on call for life, but also paid for it. Cool.
You are paid for every successful interaction that you complete.
Okay. Does that include transport? Or does transport not have to be part of it in order to, like, what defines successful in these relationships?
Successful is our trauma team bronze member doesn't die. And because we have so many, we will have this wonderful blanket all throughout Night City of personnel who are willing and ready to assist.
Understood. How do you get to the higher levels?
You apply to it just like any other job.
Okay. Noted. All right. Is there anything else in like the immediate area that sticks out to me?
So this is a very busy area. There's a whole bunch of bodegas that are around. But as far as like this area, it is the trauma team headquarters. So that's what happens in here. About 6 blocks up is about 6 blocks to the south is where the Kabuki district really takes off, and it is like you walking into almost down, like you're walking into downtown Japan.
Okay. Do I see like any signs for anything important that stick out to me, or do I see like any private or posters or like help me signs or anything on the side anywhere in this room?
There is a kiosk for applications for trauma team.
Okay. All right. And so I'm not actually officially with trauma team yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. She's going to take her time being satisfied with that and leave having gotten what she wanted.
Okay. You do get as you leave, there is there's a message on your agent. It wasn't sent to you, it was put there.
Okay. What does it say?
It says, meet me at the last round.
The last round?
Yes, you know the last round. It is actually kind of towards the waterfront, but it's towards the waterfront. It is a seedy edge runner bar.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else on that note to indicate who it may be from?
You do see a cartoon rabbit.
Cartoon rabbit.
Yes. It's a female rabbit. It looks to be something from what from really the early 80s, maybe even it's definitely from the 19th century.
Mm-hmm.
It is no, I'm sorry, the 20th century, not the 19th century, the 20th century. It's looks like an anthropomorphic rabbit, female rabbit.
Okay.
You would know this as it's a little picture of Lola Bunny,
Okay.
but
All right.
would the player know that? Probably not.
Yeah. Which is why has she ever seen this before?
No.
Okay.
Never seen it before. It's almost as if, it's just this odd message that has appeared on your agent.
Was it drawn by hand?
Uh,
Or
no. It's more like
like is it a picture of the bunny?
so it's an animated. It's animated, and it says it comes at the rabbit is sitting there just kind of like throwing its arm out, and in its hand pops up this message in pink text that says last round.
Okay. All right. She's gonna pocket her phone or agent, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Um and what are we wearing right now?
That is
We
for
just seen
that's for you to describe. What
Okay.
what is Komodo wearing right now? What's her normal dress?
Her normal dress. We're gonna go with mm, tactical tactical gear
Okay.
mostly. Where's I'm going to say your standard, you know, 511s or equivalent thereof here.
Okay.
Um, Probably wears those around. Um, a nice pair of boots, leather, if there is leather. If it's not, it's fake leather.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because I don't remember if they have leather or leather products or not.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, just overall, generally pretty neutral. I'd say just plain t-shirt, hair smartly cropped.
Okay.
She's playing it very very safe with her hairstyle. Um, she has her makeup done. Um, Looks very nice. Looks very, very presentable overall.
Okay.
While still managing to look unimpressive. If she were to take like the um oh my god, what are they called? Suspenders down and
Okay.
like roll her shirt up to make it like a belly shirt, then it would probably look really fashionable.
Okay.
But that's not typically how she wears it.
All right.
Just pretty nondescript duty,
Yes.
service wear.
Sounds good.
But she does have her makeup done
Okay.
and has obviously put time into that. Um, I think she's gonna head down to the bar.
Okay.
May as well. No reason not to.
Okay. So as you're going to the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, this is kind of our first one, so I just kind of want to work through all, our skills and stuff like that, kind of get us into
Yeah.
the game. As you're about 3/4 of the way to the bar, it's taking you about a good almost half hour to walk there,
Mm-hmm.
but your agent goes off. It's giving you a distance and direction that says bronze member JW in need.
Okay.
Travel time 3 minutes. And it gives you a distance
Okay.
and it gives you a direction to the northwest.
Okay. She's going to follow it.
Okay.
Checking her pockets, making sure she still has her shears, gauze, all of her interesting stuff, biofoam, whatever, in her pockets.
You've got everything, including your handy dandy shotgun that you picked up.
Yep. Perfect.
And
Alrighty. Doesn't she have her other weapon as well?
yes.
Or does she only have her shotgun at first? Okay. All right. So she's going to approach on foot when she gets about a block away from where it is. She's going to slow down the approach.
Okay.
Um, Probably just pull out her other rifle since she doesn't know what to expect, and then move forward with caution.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull this out. So I'm gonna need.
Still following the
Yes.
the directional, obviously.
And, um.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought I heard you talking, but it sounded like it was fading out.
Yeah, I'm kind of like pulling stuff onto the pulling stuff on the battle mat here.
Ah, okay. Be wonderful. Good. Shit.
And I need and boom. Can you see yourself now?
I'm trying. It's hard getting this centered the right way, especially since I do not have access to my computer right now.
Okay. Now do you
Oh,
see it?
now I see it.
Okay.
Yes. Now I see it.
Okay. Now I realize what I was doing wrong. And if you can see the pink one that looks like something there, I can't get rid of it. So that
Ignore that one.
ignore that. But
Okay.
what you come across as you're coming into this is you hear as you're running closer, you can hear the sounds of a man screaming and a woman just screaming even louder, and the sounds of metal hitting metal. What you
Okay.
see as you round the corner is a man in an armored a man in a nice suit with his cybernetic arm held up, and as he's on the ground, and a woman beating that cybernetic arm with a metal pipe.
Okay. Do I have any information as to who it is that is in need of the assistance?
Yes, you know that JW is a man,
Okay.
and JW is a bronze team member.
Okay. All right. So how are we gonna fuck this pig?
All right. First thing that we're going to do is I need you to roll your initiative. Let me go ahead and pull up your character sheet. Yours is a 14.
Okay.
And all right. So that is a okay. There we go. Boom. All right. So you are going to go first. Now you can make a move action, and you can make you can attack and move, or you can move and attack. Your move rate is Your move is 6. So you can move 12 squares and
Okay.
take an attack.
Okay. Now, is this map pretty much close to representative of what I'd be seeing on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. All right. um, anything immediately on her person that indicates who she is or where she came from, what she might be doing?
So,
Anything that indicates immediately to me that it is not just most efficient to put a bullet in her head and call it good.
um, what you see right around here and here is you definitely see a type of drug inhalers that are on the ground.
Okay. All right. In that case, she's going to sling her firearm.
Okay.
Um, and let's see. Okay, so she has her back to me right now.
Okay. So Komodo is right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can
She the circle?
no. Komodo is Komodo, which is
No, 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 I'm sorry. The assailant, is that the circle?
yes. The victim is the circle. The assailant is the woman in the jacket.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It kind of looks like a person in a jacket on the phone too. Sent you a screenshot. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay. All right. Is there any way for her to move? It's going to be like 4 boxes to the west and then move north along that side on the other side of the truck? Or is there not enough room?
You want to go here or here?
Yeah, I'm trying to come. This is free. Like around that way.
Okay. So what you
Because that gives her more cover to approach from here.
so you can move if you want to move over this over if you want to move over this garbage, that will require a that's going to require you to make a roll to get over it.
Okay. So there isn't like a passage right here.
There is not a
Like
passage
it's
right there.
okay.
It's all trashed up, but if you want to move along that trash line and up behind the truck to get a covered shot, to get behind cover, you certainly can.
Yeah. So we're going to go with this direction.
Okay.
Okay. So that is one. How many boxes? You said 12?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So that puts us right here, basically.
Yeah.
That makes any sense.
Yes.
It makes sense in the moment. That's all that matters. Okay. All right. She's going to take the time now from here. The one, is he
Okay.
conscious?
Yes, you can tell that he is conscious because now he's taken about 3 blows to the dome and a bunch of wax to his cybernetic arm. You can see that the clothes itself are starting to tear.
Okay. All right. Is she pretty well focused on him?
Oh, she is well focused on him.
All right.
And now you
In
hear,
that case,
and now that you're actually closer, you can hear, "Oh no, you ain't shorting me this time, you freaking corpo buck. You're not gonna short me this time. You wanted it, you bought it. This is preem. I ain't playing
okay.
your game. I'm gonna beat
All right.
I'm gonna beat it out of you."
All right. She reaches into her pocket and she grabs 2 rolls of Curlex.
Okay?
All right. And we are going to use that basically to make handcuffs.
You actually have a pair of handcuffs.
I have a pair of actual handcuffs.
You have a pair of actual handcuffs.
Okay. Well, these are nearly indestructible and don't require a lock and key.
Okay.
It's basically you make a lark's head knot out of it when you have a combative patient, and then you can just restrain them that way. It's super easy. Unbreakable.
Okay.
All right. So she's going to do that with one of them. And has the other her turn already happened yet?
Okay. So you
The
still
talking?
have her turn has not happened yet.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is we're going to see if she notices you.
Okay, she's going to stay back here.
Okay. Oops. So yeah, she rolled a 1. That's a critical fail. Altogether, she rolled a 1. No, she did not notice you. She is so focused on. She is so focused on
Beating the shit out of this
beating the
guy.
shit out of that guy. Not a clue that you were there.
Drugged out of her mind,
Could be.
I would assume.
Could be.
Okay. All right. Well, with that in mind, what is the rest of my turn, or can I just
We can go
verbally tell you?
we can go into a new turn. You can pull out a gun. You can shoot her. You can try to grapple her. You can do whatever you want to do.
Okay. Because she's going to approach along the fence line back here just to stay out of sight.
Okay.
Come up behind her directly, and then with the loop, gonna grapple whatever arm she's not currently hitting him with, into the lark's head knot, and then
Okay.
just pull back on it and let her pulling away tighten it onto her, and then just she's going to try and use that force to just knock her off balance.
Okay.
That's the
Hold on.
plan. The
All
actual
right.
plan.
That's the plan. Okay. With that being said, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring your character sheet up. That's going to require a grab check, which is going to be a Dex plus Brawl.
Okay. And is that D10s that we use for it?
Yes. So if you would like to, can you please roll a 1d10 plus what's your brawl? That's a body skill. It's a combat skill. Fighting. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, I need you to roll 1d10 plus 13. And I need you to beat a difficulty of 15.
Okay. Well, we got a 19.
All right, boom. So as she comes back for a blow, again, completely and totally didn't even realize that you were there.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to snatch her wrist and yank it back to get it in that loop. And what are you gonna do?
Okay. From that point, you just grab the long piece, and we're just going to literally physically haul her away from him.
Okay.
Maybe if we have to, knock her feet out from under her, and drag her ass away from him.
Okay. So she is gonna try to break it. She's gonna.
It is
I know.
indestructible.
I know.
He's getting a lot of really shit rolls.
I know. So that's another critical fail. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, you yank her, and she is completely and totally off balance, coming towards you. Like trying to, like you've yanked her off balance, so she's like stepping backwards, getting ready to fall down.
Okay. So what she's going to do then is step behind her, get both of her arms um uh like around her. She's going to take the other gauze strip, turn that into the handcuff really quickly, and then just yank her down. She's gonna
Okay.
sit her down like a bratty child.
And she's like, "Do you even know who I am? I'm. Do you even know who you're dealing with? You're dealing with the street vipers. I've got your face. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you."
Of course you are. Of course you are. I hope you have fun with that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
It's like, "I got you. I got you. I'm gonna kill you."
Talking to him?
No, she's now yelling at you.
Okay. Yeah, what no, like Komodo's messing with her now, like talking to him.
Okay. All right. And then,
Sorry.
okay, no problem. so she is incapacitated right now because she rolled a critical fail.
Yep, and then with that, she's just going to tie her back on the. Oh my gosh, come on, phone. The bar is just like right, like directly behind them. Hello, fucking phone, come on, Jesus. Like right back here.
Okay. Yeah, you were able to drag her back there, no problem.
Yeah, just restrain her. She's just tied there. And then I'm going to go kneel down with my equipment and check on
Okay.
the guy who called.
So when you turn around, you're seeing JW as he's just got his hands, like he just put something in his pockets. And he's like, thank you so much. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Oh man, getting good med tech help around here is so difficult. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I gotta give you something for helping me out, man. Oh, I gotta thank you. Here. This bitch don't need it anymore, and he hands you a cred stick.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And he's getting up, and he's like,
Maybe.
and then he's like, oh, that hurts. Oh man.
Yeah. First of all, sit back down. Second of all, maybe try not ripping people off on company time.
Yeah, well, I was ripping anybody off. She's obviously hopped up on something. I mean, I just came here, to check on the vehicles. Yeah, I'm here to check on these vehicles that are around us to make sure that our company property is still fine.
Totally, you weren't the one here for the drugs. Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Okay, so do you know what it is? Those cases over there? And she's going to point at the cases that she saw earlier.
Yeah, they're gone. They're not
gone?
there anymore.
Okay. So she took them?
No. Remember, he was putting something. He was putting something in his pockets.
Right. Exactly.
It's like, okay, all right.
What's in your pockets?
All right, look. If you could just help me out and figure out what's wrong. My arm took a couple beatings. Okay, if you could help me out, that'd be great. No, and I don't have to ask you anything. You don't have to ask me anything. If you can just get this fixed, that'd be great.
Okay. For how much?
Hey, you're here to help me because I could let Trauma know that, you didn't help me. And I already gave you a cred stick. I already gave you a cred stick.
Okay. You did. That's sweet. Thing is, I don't believe it was yours. And I know for a fact that you stole something. Turn out your pockets.
No.
Let's prove that.
Look, okay, all right.
Hey, listen, I saved your life, and obviously, if I could kick her ass with just a roll of gauze, you cannot imagine what I can do to you.
I hear you. Look, okay. Yeah, you got me. I'm here to get some boost, all right?
Okay. Was it so hard to be truthful?
Yeah.
God. It's like, what do we teach our patients? You need to be just honest. Just be honest. Tell me what's happening.
Yeah, I'm here to get some boost because, I gotta concentrate at work, man. And that's what boost does. helps me concentrate.
It makes you a better medical professional.
And you know that boost is a street drug that,
Yeah.
a lot of executives take because, well, it helps them hyper focus.
Yeah. But she's just kind of arching her eyebrow a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, come over here and I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Touch you up maybe a little bit.
Okay. So what I'm gonna need from you
Mhm.
is, let's look at your med tech. I'm gonna need you to roll your medicine, which you have 4, and you've got 2 in surgery. So here. So I'm gonna need let's see. Medicine. That is over here in. Yes, there we are. Okay. So I'm going to need a general med tech roll for you, and that is 1d10 plus 10. And I need you to get higher than a 15. Standard difficulty. Boom. 16. Yep. You are able to. He's got some contusions. It looks like he took a couple bonks to the head, but you're able to just patch him up. There's like the 2 bonks to the head. 2 of the bonks to the head actually broke the skin, so you're able to just quickly whip out some suture glue and get everything back up. And he's like, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And he gets up and starts to walk away.
Uh-huh.
And with
She's
that,
gonna let it go.
Yep. And once you let it go, that is kind of basic combat.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I think I made it more painful than it needed to be.
Hey, like I said, this is session 0.5, so we're just kind of figuring this stuff out. All of us
Fair
together.
enough.
Right?
Yeah. But okay. How are you liking Komodo as a character?
Komodo is, as long as it's not, Emily 2.0, we're going to be just fine.
Okay.
We'll see. We don't know anything about Komodo just yet.
No.
We're gonna, as things unfold, hey, it is what it is. We're doing a one shot, so not a one shot. We're doing a duet, so we can get even more into this character. We can take it wherever you want it to go.
Yeah, I was meaning so far. Does her manner seem similar to Emily? It's been a really long time and it's not fresh in my memory, so I don't remember, which is why I'm asking.
Komodo seems to me like a cold-hearted bitch. Like, I'm here to do a job. Let's do it. Come on.
Uh-huh. Good. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was coming across.
Yes. If that's what you're going for, that's coming across.
And so far, wildly successful.
Yes.
Okay.
right.
Just wanted to make sure that she felt like a different person.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you leave, your agent rings.
Check it.
You were given a 4-star review, and you successfully completed it, and everyone is satisfied. You are now there's a 500 euro. You are now 500 euro bucks richer.
Fantastic. All right. Um, she's gonna get right back on her way back to the bar.
Okay, so
See what she was doing.
it's time to go get that drink.
Yep. Leave that bitch tied up. Nobody cares.
Let's take us now over to the last round. Okay. And
Interesting.
let's go now and get our gate. Here.
Oops. I didn't mean to draw on it.
Oh, you're fine. And there, and we can you are right here coming on in. All right.
Okay.
The last round. This is a seedy bar. It's an edge runner bar, a place those without a reputation go to start the long slog out of the pool of anonymity to the tables of the afterlife. But everyone has to start somewhere, right? At least here the drinks aren't as bad as the toilet water, depending on certain reviews. There's a there right now there's there is let's get some more people here. There are a few denizens that are here. There is at one table there's a woman who has at her feet a very large case, talking with someone who has low level cybernetic eyes and really cheap cybernetic arms. Behind the bar is a grizzled old bartender who has very, very old cybernetic hands, and he's meticulously wiping down the bar. And you do see, right, at one table, the Korean from the from the other from the you do see the Korean that's there from earlier. Let me bring up a picture of her. This is what you see. And she's just kind of, and she's sitting there like, hey. And she waves, and she's waving to you.
Okay. Komodo kind of checks her seams, makes sure that they're all in order as she walks over, giving her a head to toe scan, just assessing the situation.
And she's this woman is sitting there. She's drinking she's drinking something that looks pink and fruity.
What's it called?
Are you asking her?
Yep.
Oh, she's like, yeah, this is one of Hans's best drinks. It's known as the last. It's known as the last Mai Tai.
The last Mai Tai.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing here. Everything is known as the last, because believe it or not, a lot of people that drink here, when they walk out that door, it's the last time they come. It's the last time they're seen.
Is that why you invited me here?
Look, you know what? I'm new here. I'm young. I got nothing going on. I linked up with those two because they said that, they said they had a job. Come to find out, you know what their job was? Yeah, their job was trying to make a name for themselves. Guess what? Yeah, they made a name for themselves called dumb.
Yeah. I'd say that, considering he doesn't even know what a podiatrist is.
Yeah. So let's get the formalities out of the way. What do they call you?
Komodo. You?
They call me Tunes.
Tunes.
Yeah.
Okay. Two
Tunes.
O's or
No,
you?
2 O's. Because I kind of... Thing is when I was young, I used to scroll all these old cartoons, and I kind of like it.
Moto and Tunes. Okay.
You saw one of my avatars.
You saying you want to work together?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, guess what? I got skills that people want.
Okay. What skills would those be? Market them to me.
I'm a net runner. Everybody needs a net runner.
Okay. What makes me need you as my net runner?
Hey, eventually you're gonna need one. And
I mean, that's true, but why do I need you specifically?
you got another one ready to go?
I'm not saying I do or don't.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm looking for more stable work.
Stable. Okay. And getting pinged whenever someone's in trouble within a certain radius of you sounds good.
That actually sounds boring.
Yeah. So what are you wanting to do?
Hey, it's kind of like this. This is you're gonna need a net runner at some point in time. All right. And it
Okay.
never hurts to have, an extra an extra gun that an extra gun to help you out, especially in these mean streets. And you know what? You seem a little bit smarter than Spike. So,
Hmm. You know what? I'll take it.
all right. So so yeah, you want a last Mai Tai? I'll buy.
You know what? Why don't we make it a decanter of the last Mai Tai? Split it.
You know how to party. And she's like, and she says, she's like, yo, let's get a picture of this. And the bartender, is like, all right, coming right up.
Does he
And
seem pleased to be solicited to make his Mai Tai thing?
oh, he just starts mixing them, and you can actually hear the mechanical whir of his hands as he's gripping things. And, it is old and cheap cybernetics that you can hear, and he's just like, as he's mixing this stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's got no problem. He's just sitting there like, yep, this is good.
Old guy, young guy,
He's
the bartender.
he's older.
Okay.
He is definitely older.
Um, is Komodo getting the impression that the people on at the other table are in any way trying to pay any attention to what she's saying
Oh no.
to Tunes?
No.
Okay. Everyone's minding their own business
At
as
this
they
point
should.
at this point in time, the girl has pulled a guitar out of the case, and you can hear her starting to tune it up as she's, strumming. And the man that's with her is kind of, like, yeah, I can hear it right now. Is he's kind of tapping something out on the table with his fingers, like he's almost playing the air drums.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And they're having their own conversation.
Okay. All right. So no reason to suspect that this is in any way Tunes trying to set me up for anything.
Believe it or not, no, Toons is not trying to set you up for anything.
Interesting.
This is just,
Well, in that case, let's
this,
party.
yeah, this is just introduction to an NPC and a regular establishment.
Yep. Yeah. That's just the mindset that Komodo would be in,
But a couple,
constantly assessing everything for threat level.
mhm. But Komodo she's just kind of waiting. She's mindlessly tapping away on a cyber deck. Just you can hear her fingers clicking.
Huh? Then I say they split the pitcher of Mai Tais and get fucked up that
And 20 minutes goes by, and yeah, as you take your first one, as you take your first sip, yeah, this is some bottom shelf alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah, it'll get you there. Boy, you're going to be feeling it in the morning.
All's well that ends well when I have an IV and fluid. Which is something she's going to be saying to herself inside her head as she drinks it down.
All right. And Toons is done with her cyber deck, and she's like, "Oh yeah, so I just programmed my number in your agent."
Okay.
So about 20 minutes goes by, 20 more minutes goes by, and a few more drinks go down. I'm gonna make a roll for you, or I need to look at your character sheet here real quick. Got to roll one for. Let's see, where's it at? Okay. Oh yeah, Toons is rather she's gone.
Shit faced.
She is very, very drunk. And let's just look at your sheet real quick. And can I get you to roll a 1d10 plus 9, and I need you to get higher than a standard difficulty of 15. Okay, that is a critical failure. I need you to roll a d10 again. And you're going to subtract that from your number, from your previous roll. Yeah, so you're feeling it, and about you between the two of you, you have officially just emptied this, and you guys are so drunk that now you've ended up on the stage, and you're both trying to do karaoke, and it is
beautiful.
And you're arm in arm, just drunk, just trying to get through one of the latest synth pop tunes, and she's off key, you're off time, and yeah, this group over here is just,
begging for it to end.
Begging for it to end.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right. So does Komodo have a home to return to yet?
Yes, you do have an apartment. Komodo does have an apartment, and
okay.
As you're
probably invite Toons with her.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of stumbling out, your agent goes off.
Okay.
There is an
pulls it out of.
What's up?
It's going to say she checks it out.
There's an all alert message that about about 6 blocks from your location is an AV has crashed, and it is an AV is crashed, and anyone that is in the area is called to go and secure the contents.
Okay. Um, is she sober enough to be able to read that and understand it?
You are sober. She is sober enough to understand it. Right now, because you're so drunk, everything that you do will be at a -5.
Yeah. But so she's going to look at Tunes. Do I have to respond to this?
And Toons looks at you and says, "You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do." And,
Right.
I think what we need to do is we totally need to pull up Chippin' In by Samurai. That's one of my favorite songs to sing. And we need to sing that right now. Right now.
Agree. Absolutely. I think she's too drunk.
Okay. Yep. And
they're gonna say karaoke.
And now,
which is not like Emily, who was so nosy.
Yeah. Okay. So this one goes like Tunes is all about it, and you can definitely tell that it's one of her favorite songs, and she sang it, and she can sing it backwards and forwards drunk, and she's all into it.
So she put on a better performance than she did prior?
Yes.
Interesting. Here we go.
Let's see how well she did. So it's with a -5, a 10. It's, it's passable. It's, it could definitely be better. But you know what? To you, it sounds great. To everybody else in the bar, they're like, you hear like, "Get off the stage."
And Komodo's like, "Oh, you're just jealous. You're not as hot as us."
They don't even pay any attention to that. What we're going to do now,
I'm sure they don't,
is we're going to let's see. So we can do one of two things.
Okay.
We can move to the apartment and wrap this up. Because
that was my plan.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and bring up the apartment. Okay. So so when you get to your apartment, before you get inside, as you and Tunes are both, having that, the very loud girl giggles as you're trying to get into, now, let me backtrack that just a little bit. When you leave the bar, it is pouring down rain.
Okay.
just pouring rain. That by the time that both of you get to the apartment, you are both soaking wet.
Okay.
And as you put your hand up to, as you put your hand up to for the lock to register your biometrics, your
Mm-hmm.
hand's wet. You gotta dry your hand off and get it up there. And Toons is like, I can get the door open for you, no problem. No problem.
No, no, just let me do this.
Are you sure? 'Cause I can. This is a
Gonna
standard 730. That's standard 727 lock, and I can open those if I'm 4 times as drunk as this. No problem. Silly little. It's got no ice. It's got nothing. It's just open
are
for
are
me.
are you being real right now?
Yeah, I'm being real right now. I can do this. But,
I mean, I just don't want my stuff destroyed.
oh, you're actually, but as you wipe it off, you hear, oh my God, oh my God, ladies, have you seen my daughter?
Excuse me, what?
A frantic woman runs up to you, and she's she looks like she looks like she's thrown on clothes, but she's been walking these streets for quite some time. You recognize her. She's your next door neighbor. And you know that she has a daughter who's about 16 or 17. You've not really had a conversation or anything like that, just kind of like passing. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're a kid who goes to school, congratulations, study hard, whatever, you know
Yeah.
and she's like, have you seen my daughter? She's been gone. She hasn't been home for the past 24 hours. NCPD won't do anything until she's been gone for 48 hours. But this is not like her. Something's wrong. She wouldn't do this. She's a good student. She wouldn't do this. She wouldn't do anything like this. Have you seen her?
Um, is Komodo used to seeing the daughter like on a regular schedule, like either going to or coming from school
Yeah. You see her in
Okay.
the morning and you see her at night. It's that constant coming and going where
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, I could see you all the time. When you like,
Thinking back on it, does she recall noticing that she hadn't seen the daughter?
no, right? We're just gonna say, you didn't see her in the morning, but then again, in like when you're in this massive mega building, like this mega building you know is tens upon tens upon tens upon 10 story high with a whole bunch of people living in it. So, you know,
Yeah, fair enough.
it's not like an everyday occurrence that you don't, that but you're like, when you see her, you see her. When you don't, you don't. It's kind of like living in a standard apartment building. You see
Yeah.
certain people, you don't see certain people. When you don't see certain people, it's like, it's not.
But it's more like based off of, I guess, Komodo's schedule. Like if she's usually leaving in the morning, would she typically notice her or see her like going to school? You know,
You
that kind of
would,
information.
yeah, like you would. Sometimes she goes early. Sometimes she goes at a normal time. It just kind of depends.
Okay.
But like up until this exact moment, nothing was out of the ordinary.
Okay. What was your daughter's name again?
Her daughter's name is Abigail.
Abigail.
Yes.
Okay. Um, do you want to sit down and tell me about it? Because I don't know about you, but I need to sit down right now.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's sit down.
Okay. I've had
Okay.
a few drinks, so just be patient with me.
Okay. So we'll put all of you in now. You're in your apartment, sitting on the couch, just kind of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as the camera picks up as you guys are talking, and you're asking her questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like when did you notice? Was anything that different? Like basic things like that. Does she have any medical conditions?
She doesn't have any medical conditions. I was working last night. Right? I was working last night, and I didn't, when I came home, she wasn't there. Her bed wasn't touched. You know, nothing was touched in the house. She didn't come home.
Did she go to school that morning?
Yes, she checked into she checked in, but
Okay.
they said that, you know, they're like, she was there, but then
Did
she's
anybody ever
gone.
check her out?
Ah, you know, she's at that age where she can come and go. No one is like, this is what I hate about this night city. It's there's so
Yeah,
much
fair
going
enough.
on. It's it's but no, I don't, and I know what you're
Anything
thinking.
about surveillance cameras?
No, there's even the school says she walked out for break and never returned.
Hmm.
I don't know what's up. And they're like, oh, well, kids have been doing it, it's just a normal kid thing. But, I mean, my daughter doesn't do drugs.
Of course.
I have access to her agent, and she didn't get any messages or texts from anyone other than her close friends.
Okay. Well, Komodo is going to help her because she doesn't like knowing that things are going to be off in the routine now
Mm-hmm.
in the mornings. I know that sounds very vain. It is. But like she just can't stand the idea of never seeing that kid again
Yeah.
when
In,
she's leaving for work.
in Tunes.
Like it causes her physical anger.
Okay. And then Tunes pops up and says, did she receive any messages that were odd? Like something that is out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
And the mom responds with, well, she did get she did receive an advertisement for Neon Arcadia, but everybody got one of those in the building.
Neon Arcadia. Does this ring a bell for me?
As a matter of fact, yes, it does.
You know, like as the character, does it ring a bell? I know it's obviously the name of her
Yes, as a matter of
session.
fact, it does. You do remember seeing it on a scream sheet.
Okay.
It was it's this biotechnica thing. Something about, m- maybe cloning body parts or something like that. I don't know. It's, right off the top of your head, don't really remember it, but you remember seeing something about it. And there's a few holographic advertisements throughout town.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. What was your name again?
My name is Agatha.
Okay. Okay, Agatha. How about you go home again? Um, I'm going to think, see, see what, if anything, that I can do while I work. Okay. I can't promise anything, obviously, but I will keep an eye out. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, you're doing more than NCPD is willing to do, so thank you. And I
Yeah.
know you, and I
Yeah.
know
You're
you're a
welcome.
stand-up girl because I see you all the time.
Hmm.
Hustling, just trying to make it by, and I champion that, and I think you're going to be great. But thank you so much. As of course she's got the weepies, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Komodo smiles thinly and is like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and entertains it, and of course, like, pats her very gently. But if you're
yeah.
looking at her, if you could see her face, it kind of looks like she doesn't really want to touch her, but she's also very drunk,
Hmm.
so she can't help it. That's driving her insane.
And on that is where the camera is going to start panning out, and it
Beautiful.
pans out of a window, and it pans out of the mega building, and it pans, and we can see Watson, and then we can see Night City
Hmm.
as and there will end session point 5 of Neon Arcadia.